sort of the last piece I'm going to discuss in the last few minutes is the potentials of integrating foundation models that we are discussing about with what people have been trying to develop as virtual brain twins. You know, there is a kind of a pretty strong community here in human brain mapping that they have been trying to bring all the physics tools that we have, all the mechanistics understanding that we have, to develop a virtual version of individualized brain and use it to be able to see how and predict how brain behaves. Okay? But with foundation models that would bring that multimodal data to be combined with that specific physics-based mechanistic models, then they can start working together. And they can inform each other in both ways. Because most of the foundation models did not have that much of mechanistic information. So they can provide mechanistic information, counterfactual simulations, and then they can feed in each other and they can support each other. And then, of course, using that combination for real brain and using that real brain, homoequilibrium brain, when they want to do a specific stimulation and predicting, okay, if you target this part of homoequilibrium brain, that is going to be the outcome based on all the data that we use to train those models. So you can probably predict the response of my brain, my virtual twin brain, before actually doing the stimulation of my own brain. Okay? So that is the promise of that. And of course, that should be tested in the clinical trials. There are something like 20 clinical trials that try to use virtual twin brains. This is one of them, for example, as an example for epileptic patients. So they try to develop virtual twin brains using T1D, PWI data, develop personalized kind of virtual twin brains, and then predicting the response. So that's kind of a specific line of work. But interestingly, all those trials with virtual twin brains, I was checking with different groups that are doing that yesterday, and they told us none of them basically use foundation models yet. So integrating foundation models to these virtual brain twins is the next level. So nobody has done that, but that should be the next level of interaction. So that is the paper that I mentioned that we put together and is submitted for neuropsychopharmacology. So it's a commission paper about AI and precision neuromodulation. So that is going to be available, and I will share the paper that will discuss about that specific pipeline that we have been discussing. Okay, so wrap up. So we have an international network of people who are interested to neuroimaging neuromodulation. So we do not call it neuroimaging informed neuromodulation, it's just neuroimaging neuromodulation. So that combination, whether in the whatever direction you want to think about that, we tend to have webinars. So we had a webinar about, for example, dose-response relationship, and we put those webinars in a kind of YouTube channel. That is the QR code to that YouTube channel, and you can just basically kind of join that YouTube channel and have access to that sort of discussions that we have in that YouTube channel. And from that specific webinar, as an example that we had, we put together a specific paper in brain stimulation about, for example, dose-response relationship in neuromodulation. Z and many others who are here, they have been a part of that sort of discussion that we had in that paper. That was kind of the outcome of that specific webinar. So we try to bring people together and work together. Specifically, we are putting together a textbook, a 3 volumes article series specifically on neuroimaging neuromodulation. And we are commissioning editors-in-chief for those volumes, and also those who want to, it's going to have 40 different articles in that specific series. So if people are interested, it's going to be published in Progressing Brain Research, which is the oldest neuroscience series that's been published since 1963. So it is the oldest neuroscience series, and we are going to have 3 volumes on that series. So, and it's going to be published in 2027. So those who are interested, I will share the outline in the group that we have. And if you are interested, let us know if you want to contribute in the specific chapters. We have a specific addiction neuromodulation forum in July 30th.